Well, it's Saturday morning and I got a package. Yesterday, Friday, I didn't get a phone call again about that bearing I had ordered from local bearing house by noon, 12:30. So I called them. They get back on the computer. Of course, they're having problems getting into the updating on the status of anything. So he just, give me a few minutes and I'll call you back. Calls me back about 15 minutes later and tells me that the distributor has a backlog, and I forget how he said it, whether it wasn't getting shipped till Tuesday or I wouldn't get it till Tuesday. And I'm like, well, this ain't gonna work. I said, it's taking too long here now. I said, if I'd known all this, I would have done different. I should have just ordered the bearing from the local dealer Monday, and I would have had it at least probably by Wednesday. But so, they understood everything, they were willing to cancel the order. So, well, unless I find something different, I gotta find something different first, I should say. So I debated about calling that dealer up in New York State again, which still wouldn't done me no good. It was too late in the day for me to go up there Friday. Can't get up there Saturday morning to get it. It'd be Monday before I get it. I'm still no further ahead, if they did have it, than waiting for this bearing Tuesday or whatever. So there's Messick's down here in southern Pennsylvania. They're a big dealer. Figured they gotta be one of the biggest ones. They're probably prone to stock more. They ship. So I got on their website, and you could get online parts lookup. I get on there. Like I say, the local dealer had the same problem. They don't show the serial number as low as mine. They have 5 different breakdowns and serial numbers for this model baler, but they don't go as low as mine. So I looked up the lowest numbered one and came up with a picture. I mean, this bearing, I don't think would change between models. I mean, they might change other things, but this drive would probably be pretty much the same. So I looked it up and clicked on the bearing, put it in the cart, and it showed they had one in stock. So, all right, so I called down there then. I wanted to verify that they have one in stock, because a lot of times these computer systems don't update. And I wanted them to see if they could look it up and verify that this is the right bearing. Well, like I say, he had the same problem. I think they were going to have to dig out books or something. He said the computer system isn't updated, or he was having problems finding the serial number too. But he went and pulled the bearing. I gave him the part number and I told him what the situation was, what I've been dealing with. He went and pulled the part, came back, and I told him it's supposed to be a 45 millimeter bearing. He measures out, and that's what it measures. Great. All right, we figured that's probably going to be the right one. So I told him, saw about shipping it, told him, if you can get it shipped. The thing is, he couldn't guarantee it to me by today. He said it'd probably be Monday. The truck hadn't picked up yet. UPS, FedEx, they hadn't picked up yet. But he didn't know if he could get it for today. Which is fine, I got stuff going on today too, so wasn't going to be able to work on it. It is what it is. So, I ordered it. Later that day, I get a tracking update email, and it had been picked up in Elizabethtown. It's on its way. I wake up this morning, and at 6:10, the bearing was here in Fairview, which is probably 20, 30 miles from me. And by 9 o'clock this morning, FedEx pulled in. Oh, come on. And I have my bearing. So, but when I looked at it here, it is a little different than the other one. Instead of having a cam locking collar, it has 2 set screws to hold it to the shaft, which is no big deal. I mean, I've dealt with that before. They're fairly interchangeable, but this started on the shaft. In fact, let me show that. I say it'll start on there. I mean, they're supposed to go on a little bit hard. So, fits the shaft. So, shouldn't take that long to get it back together. So I can either work on it later today, maybe, or tomorrow. But, yeah, I got the bearing. And I guess we're good to go. It just matter. Shouldn't be that hard to get it back together, but I don't know. They got rain in the forecast for tomorrow. And when I looked the other day, they didn't have nothing until 6 o'clock at night. But now, last I looked, maybe by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if I get it together, I still don't know if I'm going to get the hay baled. But, like I say, at least I got a bearing. So let's see what else goes on today. Yeah, the next project I was working on today, kind of got to do it today, but it's probably not going to get done either. But seeing what I got, I need a tire. And this is why we keep junk equipment around. This is the only reason why this thing is still here. Other than if somebody needed augers. I don't know if these are any good anymore or not. They were good solid augers if somebody needed them. But I blew a tire on my other manure spreader. And this is the only reason why the spreader's here is for these tires. Because I got 4 of them on here. Trying to pick out the best one. Well, one's not holding air. I don't know if it just needed pumped up or what. I think it'll hold air, probably just needs a new tube in it. The one on the other side, the rim was getting a little rusty. Not that it's gonna hurt anything. But I just picked one of these, both are holding air. I mean, they got issues too. We got these tires are about as old as the other ones anyhow. I think this spreader was new in 2001. I bought it in like 2006 or 7. But I mean, they got their nicks in it. This one's got sidewall, but the other one had been that way for how long? It's one of these things. I could put it on that spreader. It might take one load out. It might last for the next 10 years. Who knows? Thing is, I doubt you'll get this tire for 500 bucks. And I got 4 of them here. One thing I'm a little concerned about, which should work anyhow, I don't think it's going to make a difference. The other spreader has a bigger dish. I mean, it's way deeper than this, which this should be alright. It's going to push it out further, which is fine. As long as it's hitting anything, it don't matter. But yeah, I can take this off, put it on the other spreader and go. Or if worse comes to worse, if this won't line up on there, I can always take this tire off, put it on the other rim, and then I'm back in business. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt if these are $600–700 for these tires nowadays. So I just come out here and see if I can get one loose. I got all the lug nuts loose here now. So I gotta come back out here with a skid steer, with pallet forks, I guess, and get it lifted up off the ground so I can get the tire off, and then to get the tire out of here too. So at least we got the first step of this project done. It's another thing that doesn't necessarily need to be done today. But that's the problem. I got the spreader loaded sitting in the driveway. And that's the other lucky thing. It happened in the driveway. So I'm going to clean up my tools and get this out of here. Yep, right there is the problem. Like I say, luckily it happened right here in the driveway. But it blew the bead right out, or tread right out of it. I've seen it cracking here. This is not a surprise. I've been expecting it. And I'm kind of glad it happened like yesterday when I was just cleaning from the barn instead of when I'm trying to make time hauling out the storage out to the field to get that ground plowed. But I say, you can see it wasn't really suffering. That's where they bonded together, but you can see this is wearing off funny here. Even the other one. And I don't know if this is from this spreader, last spreader. This is the second spreader these tires have been on. But it's just the way it is. And like you can see, this one's starting to do the same thing. Cracking out. But anyway, like I say, these tires are... Well, the spreader they came on I bought in '96. And then I bought this spreader in 2012. And we swapped the tires over because I wanted to keep these wide ones. And you can see the dish is a lot more on this one, which shouldn't be a problem. And I say, if worse comes to worse, so what I'll have to do is swap tire to rim. But this here is another spare tire I had around here. Got a rim for the TMR mixer here rusted out. This is the tire that normally comes on them spreaders. And this is a spare one I had around here. The problem with these is when it's wet out, these will leave a rut in the field. Where these being wider, they float. You don't cut up the hay field as bad. That's the main reason I got them. Problem is when it's greasy out, really wet, and I've had this before where I'm turning in the next place to spread, you know, and turn around here and the spreader will just skid right around right behind the tractor. On a side hill, it'll drift off sideways a little bit because it spreads the weight out too much, but you know, what can you do? It's either you fix one problem, you live with another one. But like I say, I'm hoping this bolts right up. But now I'm debating, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I really don't want to jack this up with a full load on it, because this isn't going to jack up in just one time. You're going to have to jack it up, block it, reset the jacks, jack it up. What I'm thinking about doing, I really shouldn't hurt, it's not going to hurt the rim unless I spin the tire off the bead, but I'm thinking about just backing it back around there, back into that back building and dumping it off, because it's going to be a lot easier lifting this up empty than full. But I'll decide when I get to that. I'm going on the next project here right now. This is the next thing's got to get fixed. So like I say, you fix one tire, you blow another one. Just a vicious circle. So I gotta get back at it. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do here today or what I'm gonna accomplish, but that's what I'm working on here at the moment. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this short, sweet, end this video with this. This is the bearing I got from Essex. I go to put it on. These are the new flanges I got from Erie Bearing. They don't fit that bearing. These are the old flanges I took off. They don't fit that bearing. So I still have no baler. I don't know if this is an updated bearing or if there is a difference with my serial number. Different bearing. So, and getting dark and cloudy. They got 40% chance of rain at 1 o'clock. So I'm still not going to get my hay. I don't know what the hell to do. I'll make some phone calls tomorrow, see whether I'm going to go try to order this bearing again, or see if there's a different flange for this bearing that'll work. Don't know. I'm just getting fed up with this. And to top it off, I went to put the tire on the manure spreader. And them rims on the other spreader are a different offset. They're not going to work, so I got to go get that tire changed over that other rim, which I expected, but it is what it is, I guess. So I'm going to leave it at that because I don't think anybody wants to hear how I really feel. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.